This is HittinHardRadio.com.
Shift with Sair, 10 to 2 every single day with news you can use. And the Munchie Mix OG every Tuesday and Thursday. Mix Show every Friday at 9 p.m. with the Pitch Control Radio Show with yours truly, DJ Elyazar, every single day from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. Bringing you the best in Latin music.
In bed, man. Yo, you need to punch in for that Morning Shift MKE with Sair right here on HittinHardRadio.com exclusively from 10 to 2 p.m. Check it out, man. You're missing out.
The Morning Shift MKE Uncut. 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on HittinHardRadio.com. Real topics, real news, news you can use. You dig? You can also catch us at the Post of the City page on Meta or Facebook or HittinHardRadio.com.
Pitch Control.
The Morning Shift MKE Uncut on HittinHardRadio.com.
Morning. Good morning, Grand Risings. Top of the day, whatever you want to say. All that. All of it. We ain't gonna take a whole lot of time to get to it because it's just too much to get to and it's real important, y'all. But as you can see, if you tuned in, HittinHardRadio.com, because we radio you could watch. So HittinHardRadio.com, or if you're over on Facebook, the Pulse of the City. If you was over there gaming on Twitch, you can switch over to our channel. We are the Pulse of the City. And you can tune in because we finally have him here, y'all. No more rumors. No more he said, she said. No more fake news. No more one-sided media. None of that. Because he right here. We all know him as Cino. Facebook, March on Cino. But I did something different with the promo on there, right? I put his name on it. Like his government. You know what I mean? And a lot of people probably was like, man, who is that? I don't even know who that is. And that's cool, because y'all finna find out who that is, because y'all need to know who that is, because that's the actual person going through what he going through. You know what I mean? I've been paying a lot of attention to Charleston White, man, where he been killing characters and all that. I ain't as extreme as dude with it, though, but I kind of get what he's saying. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, we need to talk to the person. You know what I mean? We need to talk to the man. You know what I mean? Yes, so when I seen you post your paperwork up there, that's what gave me the idea. Because I'm like, man, this ain't Facebook, man. Like, this for real. You know what I mean? Pull that mic up a little closer to you. Like, this all the way for real. You know what I mean? Like, this something affecting you, your family. You know what I mean? Like, it's a real live man going through that stuff. So, yeah, I put your name on it just like the state put your name on the paperwork, man. You know what I mean? Well, first off, top of the morning, man. How you doing?
Grand Rising, brother.
Man,
Grand
that's
Rising.
what's up.
I appreciate you having me, man. Like
man, we appreciate you being able to come, man. You know what I mean? That's a big thing, because we heard you on a few other shows where you had to call in, you know what I mean? A couple cats got a chance to talk to you when you were still incarcerated or whatnot, but you out here in the world physically moving around. Yes, you know what I mean? That it's still a fight, but that make the fight a little bit different, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? It ain't like when you locked up, like cats don't never really realize it. Like when you locked up, it's hard to fight that case, man, because it's like you stuck standing still. You ain't got access to the proper materials, well, at least not from our county jail. You know what I mean? So it just, and on top of everything with the family and all that, so it's like, it's a different fight when you able to be on the street and fight that fight from the street. You know what I mean? Yeah. It means something different. You know what I mean?
They do, especially when they counted you out. When they didn't want you on the streets, when they said you was a menace, when they said you was something other than what you are. Yeah. They put the odds up against you. They stacked the deck. Yeah. And when you beat that, brother, things get harder out here to fight, but it's easier out here to fight. I have the connections to reach out to people. Yeah. I ain't behind that wall fighting with them. Yeah. You know, I'm out here fighting, you know, the fight that's out here for me. So
yeah, phone calls can get answered now.
Look, they go get answered now. Yeah,
phone calls can get answered.
You
now.
on the other side. People can see you.
Hey, this ain't mama calling you for me, or sister, brother, baby mama, or the homie. This my number
That's
popping
right.
up, or
Yes,
this
sir.
me at your door.
Yeah, ain't no out of sight, out of mind now. So I can pull up on you for real.
Man, I
For
know exactly what you mean, man.
It's a blessing to be on this side, brother.
What you mean?
It's a blessing to be on this side.
Yes, it is,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Hey,
Yes,
and
sir.
before me and him get all the way started, let me say, y'all will have the opportunity to call in, or you could jump in the comments with your questions. I'm going to put my phone into the board so you're able to phone in. I'll put the number in the comments, 414-939-4942. So just follow along, man. Share the live feed, and y'all follow along, because, man, we've been hearing so much from so many other folks. I'm just going to let him do his thing and tell us what's going on with him, man.
Yes, sir.
But before we even get off into what you're going through, man, how your mental health?
I got a thing about mental health. I think that's a label.
Okay.
When we allow that label to be put on us, then we follow that trait.
Okay.
I allowed that label to be put on me. Nobody did it to me. I allowed it myself.
Okay.
So I took that power back. I took it back. My mental health is where it's supposed to be. My guards are up. I'm ready to fight the people that's attempting to oppress me.
Okay.
That's oppressing us. So my mental health, I don't own that anymore.
Okay.
I'm in good standings. I'm in good spirits.
Okay.
You know, and thanks for asking, brother. Thanks
No
for
doubt.
asking. That is
Hey,
important, though. That's
right.
important in this right now, because I
Man.
wasn't always in this body, in this standing. You know,
Yeah.
it took a lot of separation, a lot of mental work to get there.
Yeah.
And when I finally got there, it was time. It was time for me to start doing what I need to do and speaking out on the injustice that's going on, especially with me.
Yeah.
So I took that label away and I started moving and grooving, bro.
Man. Well, let's go somewhat back to I don't want to call it the beginning, because I know your story start way before your march to DC, but that's kind of where the world got to looking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What happened? As far as what you can talk about, I know you still got an ongoing case.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
That's a big thing. What happened?
Yeah.
You know, when most people say what happened, they want to know the end. What happened is really the beginning,
Right.
where it started. You know,
Right.
And how it started. A lot of that is affecting the ending now, in the middle, and all that process. It started out with intentions, with good intentions. It started out with a purpose. Some of us had good intentions. A lot of us served a purpose, even though a lot of us are yet to see it right now. A lot of us served a purpose. And with serving that purpose, we had to deal with a lot of bumps and things in the road that we didn't expect. But we made it. Some of us made it. Some of us are making it now. Some of us are still marching. Some of us are still walking.
Yeah.
Some of us are still dealing with the impact of the change that we wanted to see, the change that we became. And right now, it's just, I'm dealing with that.
Right.
I'm dealing with the fact that I wanted to be a part of a change and how it affected me and other people.
Now, that's something to talk about, too, right there. Wanting to be a part of the change. So that would speak to, like, your motivation for even taking those steps. You know what I mean? So talk to me about that. What did lead you down that road to the road to D.C.?
Well, I mean, it started with just seeing us being killed in the numbers and nobody caring. Seeing George Floyd, seeing people had to fight to prove that he was killed, you know, wrongly.
Right.
That flared me. That brought out rage in me, you know, a rage that I didn't know I have, and a lot of people probably don't even know that they have until they see something of that nature. And then I saw I saw Frank walking. I saw Frank leading some things going on
One
out
second. When you say rage, let's be clear to some people, because I don't want nobody to take a sound bite from here and try to use it in court like you was fucking Hulk Hogan going crazy.
No.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know how they do, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, when I say rage, I mean more as I'm upset like everybody else. I'm sick of this shit. I'm tired.
And it led you into a positive action, not destruction.
No. See, and that's the world that they showing other people. Now we're gonna get into that too, because that's part of the reason why the things happened to me the way that they did. Yeah. Because there's two different outlooks. There's two different stories being told. Nobody are meeting in these rooms like this and having these conversations and meeting. Ain't nobody doing that. People are getting on these radio stations and they saying things and making shit look good and making people sound like this and that, and they looking for cameras. They looking to be seen. So yeah, not a rage like that. It was a positive rage. It was a rage in what can we do? What can I do and be a part of to help this? Right. You know, to help us move on, to help us get heard.
It was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
After you seen that, you was fed up.
Man, that was it.
Something got to be done. What can I do to help?
And at that point, it was just the strength of numbers and us talking and being heard, you know. And it took for us to hit the streets. And we hit the streets. We walked. We chanted. And that was here, local, Milwaukee. Right. So I met another brother that I know out there, Frank, and we started pushing harder. He had positive intentions in the movement. He wanted to see the change too. He wanted to lead. And at that time, he was leading a lot of people. A lot of people followed. And by me having the relationship with him that I had, I followed behind him. Not to be less of a leader, but to be a good leader, you got to be a good follower. And at that point, I was a good follower. That's what it took for me. And we were doing things that people don't know about that, you know, was going unnoticed. We were going to different places, bringing out different sides of people that they say don't exist. And we had enough of that. That wasn't getting us anywhere. We thought about something bigger to do, something better to do, something that would impact the people and help us more and be seen. And not be seen as far as a camera, but be seen that we're hurting. My people hurting. And that's when the march to D.C. was planned. That's when we decided to take that march.
Now, how did that planning process go for you? Like, I wasn't in that room. Yeah. I just caught the news when y'all decided to post it. Like, what was the decision? What was the conversation? They said, okay, this date coming up, this already a monumental day. Let's catapult it and do this and take this march all the way there by foot. Get there.
Well, I mean, I've said it before, and I say it again. I didn't play a major part in that. I played a big part in planning it, not a major part. The idea, the thought, you give credit where credit is due. Man thought of that, you know. In my assistance, it was completed before the march and after the march. But it was the fact that we were hurting. We wanted change.
Now, when you went on, when y'all decided this march gonna be, what was your mindset at for this march? Like, in your head, what was you thinking about when you envisioned this march and what y'all was about to do?
Well, I knew it'd be hard because I know racism still exists. Wow. I knew us coming through certain towns and certain places that it wouldn't be easy. I didn't envision it being the way that it was. That I didn't. I knew we would make it. I thought more would come of it. I thought it would be more impactful than it was. I didn't think that I would be the necessarily one making the impact. I was forced to be the one to make the change that I wanted to see. I knew it would change. It could have changed the world. It would and should have changed the world. I ain't forgot about it, so it's still a chance that it can change the world. I mean.
So, in your opinion on that, why do you think it did not have the impact it should have, or it was not seen in the light in which it should have?
Man, people was doing shit they ain't had no business doing out there. Point blank, period. People lost track of what the fuck we was doing. People lost track of the purpose of it. Even the people watching us, we getting distracted. A lot of shit went on out there that wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't go with the same intentions that I went with. And hence where I'm at now. I'm still marching, I'm still walking, I'm still on that journey. I say that every day.
Right.
I wake up to it every day. And for it to turn out the way it is, that I don't think, with the healing and the work that I've done, I don't think that'll ever leave me knowing the fact that, damn, we took this march. Like, going through what I'm going through now, that's a burden off. I already won, but for it to be the way it is, the separation that we all have, we need each other, whether they know it or not, whether we know it or not, whether we admit it or not, we all need each other.
Yeah.
That changed our lives. And it changed it even more because the people on that march, they cared for me, because I care for them. And to see me going through this, the way that I'm going through it, the way that I had to go through it, did this shit on my own. You understand me? I ducked all them heads and all that nonsense. Mm-hmm. And because of that, a lot of people thought I was selfish. They thought I was keeping to myself. And I was. For myself.
Yeah, you're going through stuff like that, you got to, man.
Yeah, and I lost a lot of people because of that. But the thing is, I don't feel like I lost them. I feel like they were lost in the first place. Right. And a lot of people showed their colors. That showed me who was there for me. And the ones that are there for me, I appreciate you. The ones that are not there for me, there's no bad blood.
Right.
Ain't no bad blood. We all go through things.
Now, y'all on that march, y'all dealing with it, going through it. You experiencing the countryside on the way.
There was some beautiful things out there, too,
yeah.
man. Some beautiful things happened out there.
And how did it come about that you got shot?
I always tell people that I don't have a security license. Mm-hmm. You can't claim me to be security. Mm-hmm. Because I care for you, brother, means I'm security, means I'm your security guard. I knew we had a mission, we had an objective, we had a journey to complete. And in that, my duty was to make sure we were safe. Because nobody else was doing it. Nobody else paid attention to the things that were going on around us. Nobody else paid attention to the actions of others. A lot of people didn't even know each other or care to know each other, took care for them. I was that person.
So what were some of the things on that journey that y'all was up against that you was noticing, the threats and the dangers coming your way?
Oh man, it was
your way.
It was everything. Everything you would imagine that you saw in the 60s and the 50s. We saw it in a different way. We saw it in a new way, a new era, a new revolution, a new what do they call that? The massacre. Like we saw a new generation of it, which was all it was. But we saw a lot of the old people out there too, the coaches. I mean, I got hit by a car out there. For other people walking in the street and me asking somebody to slow down. That's coming too. That's on the way. All this shit finna get out. All of it. All of it. People running. Nobody did nothing about them people running up on us with guns. Nobody said a damn thing. If we was the aggressors, we would have been aggressive then.
Right.
It wouldn't have took this man to shoot me for us to be aggressive. Right. That image, that picture that they painted, false. And it's the time. And now they want to paint another picture. Like I'm still a criminal. You want to offer me years and no, it's because I'm about to expose the shit. Y'all thought y'all was playing with a kid. They thought they was just talking to some anybody. So they put things on that paper, that black and white, that they can't take back now. They've done things that they can't take back. And I want to talk about that too. Her courtroom is a mess.
Yeah, it's
a mess. We gon'
let's get off into that.
But the things that I wanted to talk about, that back to that. How did I end up being shot? it's the role I took as a man. It's the role I took and saw was needed at that time. I think things would have been a lot worse out there if I didn't take the role to care for other people, to make sure that these kids are not in the street, to make sure that these people are keeping up, or make sure that the count is there to deal with everybody, to see everybody, to make. A lot of people say it was my march, and I resent that because it wasn't.
Right.
I wasn't there for that title. And I tell people, if you looking at it like that, you're just as bad as the other people. Because that's not what it was about. It wasn't about whose march it was. It was about what we achieved.
Right.
You know? But leading up to being shot, leading up to that man shooting me, it was like that could have happened 1,000 times. As many firearms as we saw out there, as many people that was meeting us at gas stations, as many people that was stopping us on side of the road, blowing smoke, holding guns out their car. We could have been shot 1 billion times.
All right.
1 million times. So really that situation at that moment, the only difference is the fact that he decided that he's gonna shoot. He decided that, yeah. I mean, he made his mind up when he left the house.
I mean, what exactly was they in fear of? Of people just walking down the street?
I mean, if you look at the paperwork, his testimony was, all protesters. I grabbed my shotgun. So we asked him, what do you mean, protesters? And he said, the shit I've been seeing on TV. We asked his dad the same thing, if he felt he was a threat, if he felt we were a threat. He said no. We asked him if he had firearms in the house. He said high-powered rifles. This is all on paper. If you had high-powered rifles and you felt we was a threat, there's no need for this dude down the street, right? So why did he come down here with a shotgun? His intentions.
And that was the father that shot you?
No, the son.
The son shot you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So and the thing about it is they're using other things to overshadow that. They want to put it on the fact that these claims that they have against me.
But regardless of the claims against you, you got shot before they knew who you were. You understand what I'm saying? So any of the claims made, what do they have to do with you being shot? That man had no knowledge of who you were when he shot you. He just wanted to shoot a nigga.
Point seen, money gone. And that's just what it was. The thing is now, there's legalities in it now.
Yeah.
A lot of legalities, a lot of fuck-ups too. A lot of them. It took a while for me to realize that. The pressure that they was applying to me, I was letting them apply it. I was doing my homework, but I was still caught up in it. I was still so caught up in what was going on around me, what people were doing, how it was going to affect me and them.
Mm-hmm.
I had to cut that shit out. I had to cut that out. So, yeah, him shooting me, the legalities of what's going to do this for them, to them. And again, how y'all doing? Everybody all right? Peace, 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 love and peace. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all. And if you ain't tuning in, share so somebody that did miss it can tune in.
And he was never arrested, huh?
The guy that shot me?
Right.
Initially, no, they didn't arrest him. It took some pressure. But they knew what they were doing from the start. That's their town. They run their town. They made that clear. They still making it clear. And because of that, because of those reasons, is it's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot going on. Yeah, man. We here now.
Now, you got shot. What was the assistance like at that point? Like, y'all, somebody got to call 911 or something, or somebody. Like,
No.
or did y'all just jump in the car and
No, it ain't.
Google map for a hospital, or how did, you know what I mean? What you do for treatment?
I got where I had to go. I got there. The thing about that is, like you said, the treatment, the improper treatment.
Because you got to think in these little small hick towns like that, word spreads super fast.
Yeah.
You know, he probably got a cousin, a wife at the local hospital.
Well, yeah,
I mean?
that's another thing. All those people work together.
Right.
All those that's a small town, you know. And when something goes on, they all know. When one person do something, they all know. And that didn't work in my favor because when I got to the hospital, they had already made up their mind. They had already judged about what happened and what went on. So the treatment from there was just improper. There was no real treatment. They was more focused on not me being shot, but who shot and saying that I shot and he needs to stay here. Hold on, what about my life?
These the doctors?
Yeah. The nurse.
The nurse they turn into detective nurses?
Man, yes, they turn into Facebook nurses when they start putting all my information all on the Facebook, my address and my name and all that shit.
So instead of 10 in the U, they over there on their Blackberries and iPhones.
Yeah, doing everything but what they supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told you, she put my information on the internet.
The nurse?
The nurse did, yeah.
In violation of the HIPAA law?
Yeah. And she still, to this day, still saying shit. Lost a job and all, but she still, I'm saying, can't you shut up? You proving my case. That's even worse, too. They family reaching out. It's so many, man, there's so much going on with that town. There's so much that's going to come to the light about
now, what's
them.
the name of this town again? Give us the name of this town. we need to know where to stay out of.
Oh, yeah, right. Anywhere that we ain't at. That's Pennsylvania. Look, I'll tell you what, though. I will give credit where credit is due, but Bedford County is not where we supposed to be. Pennsylvania, I met nice people. Pennsylvania got behind me real good on this. I appreciate them, you know, but that Bedford County, that they let it know. They said we ain't supposed to be there. They said it on the news. They write it in their articles. The 1%ers aren't allowed here. It's our town. I mean, look what they doing to me. Look what they did to me. Motherfuckers gave me a ransom, man. They didn't plan on me getting out of jail. They on time. They planned on booking me. They planned on having me in there. Nigga, we finna make an example of your black ass. Man, I'm so blessed, bro. I got some great people in my life, and I'm forever thankful and grateful. They believe in me. You understand?
So for the Pennsylvania case, do you got to travel back and forth for court, or is it done over like a Zoom or?
No, I'm there. They want me there. They want me there.
They don't want it easy at all.
No, they want me there.
You there. They want you 15 minutes early.
Yeah. But that, you know, again, I'm gonna get into that in a second about them.
Yeah.
Specifically about them.
Yeah.
But again, I'm blessed, bro, and I'm thankful for the people that's been there for me. There's been a lot of people that have done things that people don't know and people think they know about, and people that have done things that's outside of money, and you know, is bigger than that. It's people that just call me or text me, and that shit go a long way. A long way. It's people that, I mean, I ain't no Facebook junkie, but seeing them people respond to me when I'm on Facebook, you know. And for the people that, again, I apologize. There's been a lot. Don't hold it against me. I'm trying. I'm trying. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, I gotta go back and forth there when I'm not here or when I'm not there, because it's not just Pennsylvania that's trying right now. They all trying.
We got somebody in the comments, Amber. Shout out to Amber.
Amber, what's going on?
She said she woke up for this. Well, good morning. You woke your ass up. That's what's happening.
I appreciate you.
She said, I've been following this from when it all happened. So, man, you one of the people he talking to then, Amber. He appreciate you.
Definitely.
And she has a question. She wants to know, would you march again if it was today? Would you do it again?
Well, I'll never say no. It has to have a purpose. Again, as I spoke about the march the first time, the march, we left with good intentions. We had a purpose. We sought out something, and we did it. We did it, even though it was overshadowed and undermined by so much shit. It still happened. It still, I mean, again, look at me. So Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. If my people stood up and that's what we need to do, I'm with that. Today, tomorrow, yesterday, all of that.
That's what's up.
And a lot of people may disagree with that because they feel like you should be worried about you. Well, this is me. This is me. This is what I chose me to be. I chose me to be caring for my people like I feel they should care for me. You understand?
All right.
So yeah, Amber, I'll do it again. Definitely.
Okay. So bagging up again, you get shot. Y'all do whatever y'all do to get you to all the inadequate health care assistance you could get. Right.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Right. But what's going through your head through all this though, man? Like, here it is. Like, I mean, just think about this for a minute. You a part of this iconic moment. You know what I mean? Y'all taking the steps that some folks with King took probably or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? And y'all also take the lashes. And you take yours in the form of what you catch a bullet, a buckshot to the face, what?
Shotgun. Yeah.
Shotgun blast to the face.
Face, chest, bullets in my head, bullets in my heart, bullets in my kidney, my liver.
What the hell? How many times he shoot?
He shot me with a shotgun.
So yeah, he shot you with them old.
I mean, that's what you gotta understand.
Yeah.
That it ain't going nowhere. That shit still exists. They train them out there. That's what they do.
Yeah.
You know, they still got them old guns that they use and this and that. I mean, I ain't using that against them, but
Hey, cause I can't now after you mentioned, right, and my head just keeps sticking on this. Like, he said he had high-powered rifles in the house. And I'm wondering what made dude go get the shotgun though. What was so special about that particular shotgun? Was this shotgun untraceable? Is this a ghost gun? Like what?
his daughter's watching and listening right now. She's been all on my Facebook. So you want to put the number out there so maybe she can answer that for you. She's been answering every goddamn thing else and saying every goddamn thing else about how bad of a person I am and how her dad is this. Go ahead, call in.
Yeah, why?
You doing everything else.
I mean, she might welcome me call in.
That's a question I can't answer though, brother. Because if I do answer that, that'll be
Right.
an answer out of anger though. Like,
Right. I feel you. I'm just,
what I mean?
I'm just wondering, like, damn, what was special about that gun?
Yeah.
Like, why you go get that one and come from down there?
That's another thing. Like that gun, literally. Why you asking the right questions just to the wrong person? You hear me? Just to the wrong person. Like, and again, that's a question that should have been asked initially when the state was on our side, when she was supposed to be defending us and the other people that was there. Now she's defending the man that shot us. Ain't there a conflict of interest?
I was always tripping off that too,
I
man.
don't know,
like,
bro.
I'm like, okay, in this particular situation, you got shot. In my eyes, that make you the victim.
Yes.
That mean the state is working to prosecute somebody who brung harm to you.
Yes.
How the hell you end up getting prosecuted?
You said you want me to tell you the name of that town and where you should not go to? It's Bedford County. It's Bedford County. It's the place where the district attorneys have relations with their clients. It's that type of town. It's that type of town where they have DAs, assistant DAs, where they falsify documents and they bring up witnesses in trials where they get dismissed. 3 of them, to be exact. Where the Department of Justice is now investigating, where she's up there by herself trying to defend these cases. Can we ask those questions? Let's ask those questions.
Man, tell us about it.
I mean, shit.
Because that's one thing I did notice is your court proceedings ain't on TV for me to watch.
No, they won't do that.
You know what I mean? Everything else could make the news about you. But
well, they don't want to do that. They don't really want the attention there. Just like they don't want the trial there.
Yeah.
They say I'm gonna get hung if I do the trial there. I'm doing the trial there. You know why I'm going to do the trial there? I'm going to do the trial there because it's going to show exactly what I want it to show. It's going to expose exactly what needs to be exposed. It ain't even going to make it to trial. People looking at, let me clear something up. For everybody that don't go to court and ain't never been to jail, when a district attorney makes you a first offer, she looks at you crazy. She basically calling you stupid, okay? 7 to 20 years is an offer that was made to me, a first offer, okay?
7 to 20
7
years
to 20.
for being shot.
Yeah. But look, let me tell you something. They don't know who I am today. They don't know that I know you bullshitting. You don't want this to go to trial. I do. I want to try it. I tell my attorneys, we got to take this to trial. We have to. No ifs, ands. Don't nobody want no damn plea bargain.
Yeah.
The hell am I do with a plea bargain? Admit to some shit that ain't true? I'm joining y'all system then. I'm just like y'all. They did work without doing their due diligence. Okay? And that should answer all questions right there. They did work without doing their due diligence. They'll do it to us.
When did they take you into custody from the hospital, or like did the charges come later, or what was the move?
I was told don't talk about that part, but I think it was public. I know it's public. Just because you don't know it's public don't mean I don't.
Right.
They put me in handcuffs. I was arrested right there and then released. Ain't that something like double jeopardy? Now they trying to arrest me again. When they arrest me again, them civil lawyers I got bad, man. You arrested me once and released me. You understand what I'm saying? You put me in handcuffs. I was shot. If you claiming that you trying to find a shooter, why you didn't have the whole march out there? Why you ain't have everybody on that march in handcuffs? I mean, so at that point, yeah, I was arrested. And through the work of the people, I was able to, I walked up out of there. I walked out of there ass naked. They know I'm coming for them cameras too. They already came for them. They know what's up.
Wait a minute, you mean literally?
Yeah, but
ass naked?
yeah, they took my clothes. That's another
so
thing.
They got you walking
illegally.
down the damn thing like Jackie Chan
Man,
and
the
fucking
doctor's trying to stop
Chris
me.
Tucker.
They got their arms out trying to stop me. And this one black dude that was supposed to be on our side, he's stopping me too. He's stopping me too. He was with some campaign that's supposed to be for black people. National campaign, NAACP. And fuck them. They tried to do it to me too. They all played on my quote unquote mental health. They didn't know I wasn't stupid. They ain't know I got God on my side, man. They definitely ain't know I wasn't stupid. And I let them talk. And I played on to it. I played stupid. They can't take their shit back now. They hoping I don't do this. They hoping I don't get on no radio and TV. They hoping I don't release the videos and the audios that I have with them cops in the hospital. How did you pick the cops you chose to put on this paperwork? I got 2 totally different police out here interviewing people from this march. I got police on there telling us that, yeah, we know he shot first. We know he shot y'all first. Why aren't y'all presenting it? Those are grounds for dismissal. Motion to dismiss and attach. You send it with an attachment. The state ain't supposed to do it. Yeah, I'm eating that ass up. It's a lot of legalities, a lot of them. And those are just things that I chose to put out here because that's what's public. That's public right now. But I ain't coming to play.
Okay, so you get to leave from there. Well, you don't get to leave. You leave.
The hospital, yeah, I fought my way out of there. Hell yeah.
Man, I'm still stuck at you got to come up out of there butt naked.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, they wouldn't let them bring me my clothes or nothing. They was trying to get my clothes up to me.
That's my first time ever hearing that.
Yeah. They illegally obtained my clothes. If you want to know how important that is.
They took your clothes.
Yeah. Trying to.
Yep. Okay, yeah, I get it. The
Yeah.
GSR shit. Yeah.
GSR. I was shot. You're going to see a lot of GSR. They stupid. See how they do stuff? They can't take it back, though, brother. They can't.
Yeah.
They discredit us. And I want to say something, and a lot of people will disagree. I ain't agreeing with what the man did, but if we listen to this brother on this stand, he got a lot to say. The young brother that's on trial right now in Wisconsin.
Brooks.
Yeah, Brooks. Listen to him. And look what they doing to him as he speaks and represent himself. Look what they doing.
I haven't been following the trial.
Everybody need to go check that out.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's usually going. I said I was gonna watch it later when I got time.
Yeah.
I know it's like they like 2-3 weeks in or something like that.
Yeah. He getting ready to call his witnesses if he choose to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hospital was something else, man.
So you get up out the hospital. So I'm assuming once you out, you just out. There wasn't no warrant issue or nothing because you wasn't in custody no more.
I wasn't ever supposed to be in custody.
Right.
No way at all. No way in hell. And I let them know that because, man, get me out this hospital. Y'all ain't doing what y'all supposed to do anyway. Y'all pulling tubes out of me, throwing them on the floor. Like, y'all got me handcuffed. And then y'all sending people in here. I don't know what. And I only found that out because somebody told me. And I heard audio recording. And I'm looking at Discovery. Like, when the hell he come in here? Now I'm looking at the medical records. Like, what the fuck did y'all get me? What was going on from this time to this time? When I woke up, y'all had an iPad right here. What was going on from this time to this time? Where was the people at? So I found out. Did more homework. Went back. So I know what was going on outside. I know what was going on downstairs. How come I only know that much of it? Oh, yeah, it's a lot to it. It's a lot. So I got up out that hospital, man. I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. But I ain't showing that I'm fucked up because I need the people to be just as strong as I'm finna show them that I am. We need to finish this.
Right.
This is part of what just added to our experience.
Right.
We need to finish this, y'all. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta keep going. So I was getting advised to turn around, don't do it, turn around, go. I said, hell no, I gotta finish this. This is it. This is what I came for. And that's why ain't no damn plea bargains happening. Ain't no plea bargains. Ain't even no need for no plea bargain. But I'm out that hospital and I'm going. I'm walking as much as I can. I'm relaxing, I'm sitting, I'm trying to hold it together. Hard jumping out the gym. I'm talking about jumping out the gym. I'm doing anything I can. Can't go to no hospitals. Any hospital I go to, they looking at me stupid. They put me out one.
So you oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you did try to go to another hospital and they refused you?
Man, look, they talked all type of stuff. Tried to make me put on a mask. I'm showing them like I got holes in my mouth. I can't breathe. That's extra air coming out of my mouth. You understand what I'm saying? I can't breathe. There's bullets all right here. I can't breathe. What you want me to do with a mask? I'll put it on, but I need to take it off to breathe. You can't follow the rules. You can get out. Why? Because y'all see what I'm here for. You heard what I'm. That's not your first response when you get a gunshot wound victim. That's not how you respond to people.
Right.
That's not the way that goes. So yeah, I tried a couple other hospitals, didn't work. At that point, I realized that, no, you got to man up some more. You got to man up more than you thought you was already manning up. You got to man up better than, like.
So, wow.
Yeah.
So you get shot, go to the emergency room, go through what you go through there. Decide you're not finna sit there and let these folks kill you and come up out of there. Y'all continue on, cause this was like in the middle of the process of going to DC. Like, y'all still has a little ways left to go yet.
3 days.
3 days.
My birthday.
Time. Yeah.
This shit happened on my birthday. We had 3 days left.
So you get back on the road, keep it trucking.
Yeah, as much as I can. I'm in them cars though.
Yeah.
I'm in them cars. But I felt me not being out there made the people that I was with a little unsure about continuing on, especially after it happened, and then let alone it happened to me. Like, I think, and I'm not saying this.
So you felt like you had to continue on for them, like for the movement, for the cause?
At that point, yeah. At that point, yeah, definitely. It was more about keeping the people going and still playing the role of, hey, we okay, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We need to do this like this. These cars need to be on this side. We need to do this. So still playing that role, letting them know that I'm still here for them. I did that as much as and best as I can, and we still needed that out there. Nobody was doing that. Nobody was making sure that the kids was this. I mean, the parents were. I won't take that from them. I'm not saying that. But there were certain instances where we had to do things a certain way, and I was the one that was doing that. So I felt that I had to continue with that leadership role as far as that aspect. And so, yeah, I still kept going as much as I can.
Man, hey, they tonight. People talk about the show must keep going on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, now you done took bullets all to the face and upper body. Literally not even sewn back up yet.
No, not at all.
You was, man, bandages and just going, and peroxide from the gas station.
Yeah, and a whole lot of the people out there loved me.
Yeah.
They love me. They love me. They love me. They did anything for me. The prayers was working. The healing hands. Them people love me so much they sent money. You understand? Like they did everything they could that they thought would be right for me. These people thought if we give money, he'll be all right.
Yeah.
It'll help him. You know, the least we can do. We know it's finna be some shit. Whether the money was for medical or attorneys, they was doing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They did everything they can. I had people come from a whole nother state bringing ibuprofen, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, a whole nother state. They brought a whole kit to me. Man, not to mention the people that were with me on the march. After I was shot, I mean, it was...
Man, how going through all this in that moment, if you can take your mind back to those moments of all this different activity going on, where did it have you? Because in my head, I'm like, it's like, man, you going through what the folks before us went through that we read about or watched the movies on. Like, you actually, like, went in damn near, ain't no damn near to it. You did experience it.
We survived the Holocaust of 2020.
So crazy, man. Like, at some point, they done took shit. They don't know what they want us to know and learn and teach. Yeah. I was going to say at some point, this may be in a school book some damn where.
It is. It will. But, we working. We working. It needs to be. I mean, not just that it happened, the said outcome needs to be talked about and said. How they attempted. Like when I showed the paperwork, when I get to showing the rest of this stuff and what they said and how they switched and what they doing, it'll all make sense to people then. Yeah. It wasn't, just like the system does what it's supposed to do. This ain't designed for me to win. Yeah. If I go to prison, it's because I'm a political prisoner. They want me to, not because I did something wrong. Not because I won't get booked because I did something wrong. I'm gonna get booked because that's where people like me go.
Now y'all, all that go down, and y'all got 3 days time left, so you back at it. Y'all back, you doing what best you can on your good foot, and
on my good foot.
Y'all make it there. Did y'all make it there from that point to arrival? Was it incident free, or did more things happen?
Again, that's hard for me to really tell about all because I had to take breaks. I had to go in. I couldn't see out of one eye, you know what I mean? I couldn't breathe. My heart, we going up hills too. My heart jumping. But no, it wasn't incident free, and that's what made me have to get up out that truck and walk with everybody because I'm still hearing these people hollering. I'm still hearing that Trump 2020 shit, you know what I mean? I'm hearing communications, and I'm like, no, hell no. You know, I'm in the truck. I can't get up. I'm seeing us stopping, and that ain't how we move. So that prompted me to like, you know what? I still need to be up and moving as much as I can, as much as I can. Let them know that we gonna make it, y'all. We said we was gonna make it. Let's do it. And if I got to get the fuck up with y'all to do it, we gonna do it.
Now, did y'all still have the same numbers, or did people? After you get shot, that people say, yeah, man, I ain't with this, I'm out?
That was, we had, I think we still had numbers. Again, it's hard for me to recollect a lot of it, man, and I can't base it off just maybe a video that I saw, you know what I'm saying? I can't really put that on record like that because I don't know, something like that I wouldn't be able to say, but I know people were joining throughout the whole march, and I could assume that this happening to me, that more people felt the need to support, or people wanted to support in any way that they can. So I would assume more people joined. I mean, there were people that was with us that joined that I didn't know, you know? And that was one of the things we had to go through, like not knowing who's joining, not knowing who could do what or who's who. And that's playing a big part in this right now.
Hey, and that's what I be thinking about with big movements like that, right? Is I'm like, man, that's what they doing, that's big. But in all the stories that I've ever read, watched, or listened to, it was always some people in there that shouldn't have been in there.
Yeah.
That was mixing it up.
Yeah. That's how we lose.
And it's crazy that even now, in today's time, we still lose by that same move.
Except they do it in the way that they know how better now. They infiltrate, but they infiltrate us. Mm-hmm. And they allow us to do to ourselves.
That part
they allow the image to be on that, hey, look what we did to us.
Yeah.
That overshadows anything anyway. You can have a mass shooting at a school and, you know, kids gone, but you get a and I can understand that from my standpoint. I'm mad, but you get a murder in our community, and that's the biggest world news in the whole wide world, you know, to exploit that. And that's kind of, again, like this march was. That's the only thing people see in this march now. They don't even talk about this man shooting me. They talk about charging me. They don't even talk about the march alone. And that's another thing. Y'all dismissing charges against this man. Did you reach out to the other victims? I wasn't the only victim in this case, man. There was other people there. Everybody on that march, they're victims now. They still going through. I know it for a fact. So the march had to go on, and we made it, bro. We made it. We made it.
Now, once you made it, tell me that feeling. You went through all this, and this the reason you went through it for. And now I'm here. Was it worth it?
I couldn't think of that at that moment. That wasn't even on my mind at that moment. I could think about getting off that damn stage and going to bed. My head was spinning. At this point, I'm pissing blood, you know what I'm saying? I'm throwing up blood. I'm trying to keep people from seeing it. I want to make sure we get up here, do what we got to do, and we can move on. So it didn't sink in to me that I knew we made it. I knew we made it because I finally wanted a drink. Like I hadn't had a drink the whole march. I was tempted. I wanted to, and that was just something personal that I was doing. That was a little personal growth that I had and change.
Meaning like alcohol?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I wanted that change for myself, and then I knew that I had to be an example for other people. That was something I was able to talk about with other people. Like, shit, I'm used to having a drink every day. I ain't drinking while I'm out here. So I'm making a change, you know. I'm doing change too. So I had to get away at the end of it. I couldn't do nothing. It couldn't dawn on me like we really made it. Like I got back to the hotel. I had to leave the hotel room once we left the stage. I had to leave and go to the hotel room. That's all I did. They were still out there. Everybody else was still out there. That whole day skipped me. I didn't march. I didn't do anything. After that, I was done. I was done. I had breath. I had wind. And a little bit that I had.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. I had to see everybody the next day or later on that night or something. I had to rest.
Yeah.
But we did it. We did it. And to see the joy in a lot of those people's face to, you know, and I'm not pointing fingers at no specific person or crowd, but a lot of people probably never accomplished nothing that serious in their life or accomplished things at all. So to see the joy in a lot of those people's face, it made me, that was my joy. That's what made me feel good. That's what made me think that and feel that it was purpose. We served our purpose, or I served mine. But we did it.
Wow. Now, let's back a little bit. You brung up the people looking out for you and taking care of you, loving on you, money and all that. So we gonna touch on some of the little rumors just because they want us to.
You can do that. I'm with that.
They say money that was meant for you was basically stolen. Is it truth to that, or is the story bigger than that, or what's the actual factuals?
I'll give facts. Tell the people that they right. Okay? But before I get them facts, it got to be known that I've healed from that shit. I've grown from it. I've let that shit go in order for me to move forward. But that don't mean that it didn't happen.
Right.
Yeah, there were funds destined for me. Definitely. I've been shown and given proof that there were funds destined for me. Did I receive them? Hell no. I didn't. Not at all. Again, I've grown and healed from that to the point where it's hard for me to even go back to the fact of, damn, that happened. Like one thing I will say is I saw the money. I know what went on. I know what happened. But somebody doing me wrong made a bunch of people do me right. That caused a lot more people to reach out and help. And because of that, I'm where I'm at today.
Grateful.
Yes, forever grateful and thankful.
Grateful.
I can't get the people too, man. Power to the people. When I say we the people, that's the power that the people have.
March on, see no march on. The march continues, right?
Just like the revolution. The revolution continues, baby.
But is you marching alone, or is the people still with you? You know what I mean? Because in the beginning, we seen a lot of faces. You know, arm in arm, brotherhoods.
Not to take credit away from the people that are here for me, that have been there, but I've been having to march alone. Only because the people that have been there for me have been beating themselves up. You understand me? To do anything and everything for me, to help me. And I'm not saying personally help me. They're helping me with these things throughout these cases. I don't ask for help personally. I don't even accept personal help, really. It's more or less the fact that, yeah, I'm marching alone. And there's people that's marching with me. And when I say I'm marching alone, I say that because I didn't die. Rest in peace to all the other brothers. Why aren't we behind me the same way we behind these other brothers? What's stopping that? That kills me every day.
See that you know, and people oppose my opinion on it, and I get it. I get it. But my thing was that too, like, okay, like when they got to painting all the pictures up for Floyd and all that. Okay, I get it. But at the same time that was going on, we had our own situation going on right here where somebody got choked out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just really don't be understanding how when we got something to focus on right here to work on, people be way the hell over there focusing on some shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. But dude got his own people. He got his own city. You know what I mean? They could fight that fight, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I completely agree with you, brother, but I know what it is. It's always been the fact of big eyes and little U's. So I always put that disclaimer out there. Like, I don't want no parts of nothing. Like, when I ask for help, it ain't always money that I need with help. It could be you passing me on to somebody else that can help me with that. Everybody wants the lead role. Everybody want to be seen. Everybody want to do stuff, but they ain't doing what they saying they doing. I'm not trying to be an activist. I'm saying, look, I fought for the people. Come on, people. Come on. Now, if you, I guess, find dirt on me or find bad blood on me, you can speak to me about that. Talk to me. Really, I ain't going to entertain none of that shit because it ain't going to do nothing for me. It's not going to help me. It's not going to help me at all. I ain't out here for that. You can keep your limelight. You can keep all that. But back to what you said, yeah, I got to fight here at home with my people. So when I say, yeah, I'm marching by myself, yeah, I had to take risks. I had to take chances. I had to sacrifice myself to get where I am today in this. Right. I had to literally sacrifice myself. I had to deal with literally false statements, bro. I had to have people people made up stuff so. And again, it came out. The truth comes out always. But it took for me not to respond. It took that growth in me to show that, no, man, don't do it. Don't do it. So when I mentioned the misappropriating of funds, yeah, it happened. Definitely. But because of that, I'm where I am today. So I don't give that situation power, but I give, excuse me, I give me the power because I did it. I was able to.
How do you deal with the discomfort? What I mean is like, how do you deal with the feeling inside you from the disloyalty, from the betrayal, from, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you can look at me now and paint whatever picture you want to paint. I come from the streets, okay? And if anybody familiar with the streets, loyalty is a big part of it. My upkeeping is to be loyal because with loyalty you get so many other qualities and things with it. But when you break loyalty, when you have mistrust, when people gain your mistrust, it's hard to let that go because I put so much emphasis on it. To me, it's a big thing. It's real big. How I move is based off that. Everything I do is based off loyalty. I could tell you I dropped $10 outside and see how long it stay out there. You the only one I told that to. It ain't about the $10. Is you gonna go out there and get it and claim somebody else did. It's uncomfortable. It's been the biggest burden that's on me, having to deal with that, having to deal with the distrust amongst the people that I trust. And
because I don't mean to cut you off, but I feel that because, like you said, coming from the streets and all that, even in the streets, I went through something where the people closest to me fell apart. And it was a lot of distrust, you know what I mean? A lot of bullshit, the briefs, and people went to jail, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And this come from, man, cats who was like this, man. Yep. We ain't got the same parents, but we all called each other brothers. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that was for a reason.
It's about malicious intents, man.
And when they violate that, it's like, me, myself, personally, never got over that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's why I just don't fuck with people no more. Like, Cash Money Brothers is dead. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I'm on my Roscoe Jenkins team with me. I don't want no crew no more. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a part of no team, none of that.
That make it hard for me in this situation, though, when I'm calling on the people. And I got to screen these people because these people are coming from this side of the fence and that side of the fence to offer help, but with those intents. So, again, that's been the biggest fight for me, to be able to let people in to help me. I think I could possibly be further ahead. I can't say I have. I probably turned down some good people. I've turned away some good people. I know I have. That's probably here to help. I've accepted some people that I shouldn't accept. But that's all playing into what I was going through. I didn't see that part yet. I wasn't able to see that. And a lot of people was playing on that. They was playing on hearing me talk and hear what I got to say and put me on their shows and trying to do all this and join this organization. You want that because that's the biggest thing moving. You tried to use me and get me in because I don't want the cameras. You can have it, but don't put me out there for that. I want you to. They offered me a lawyer. The lawyer came and said, over the phone, said, yeah, I'm going to hold a press conference. I'm going to get you flew out because we don't want them doing anything on the side of the highway, and I'll tell them what you got to say. I said, you don't even know me. How you going to tell them what I need them to say? Well, basically, you didn't do it, and justice is not being served. No. How you going to speak for me and you don't know me? You don't even know what I stand for. All you know is what you read on that paper. The loyalty. Mm-hmm. And it's the NAACP I'm talking about. You understand me?
And which branch of the NAACP?
Yeah. Pennsylvania branch.
Okay.
The branch.
Because we got to be clear on that for y'all, right? Because they a big national organization.
Yes, they are. Yep.
And they everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
them crooks everywhere. They everywhere. Man, they try to sell me out to them people, man.
Yeah.
They tried to sell me out. Them people told me, listen, it's on recording. The jail recorded all my calls. It's being subpoenaed now. Them people told me they got $3,000 for my bail. For my attorney. Mm-hmm. The attorney called me. He don't know nothing about that. He said, I didn't talk to anybody about money. Oh, y'all didn't think I was going to call, find out who this attorney was. Yeah, man. And then never talked to me after that. Tried to get me on the phone to say that, admit to something. I need you to just tell me one thing, and I could probably help you better that way. Huh? I need to do what?
Hey, I ain't never liked them type of attorneys, man. A surefire way to get you off my case, if you the kind of attorney that try to come to me with one of them old where they want you to do this type shit, yeah,
bargain.
I'm gone.
A lot of times you'll hear me say there's a language barrier.
Yeah.
And the first one starts with that. The language barrier with these attorneys. You got to understand these attorneys have obligations, okay? Their first obligation is to the courts, okay? Their second obligation is to the public. You, or whoever you call yourself, the client is the third obligation. So when they're in that courtroom, they're not fighting for you until the last thing. What they think of and what they went to law school for is not for you. It's for the people. My quote-unquote attorney, I'm not his client. Don't call me your client. I'm the people. I fought for the people. You will defend me as I'm the people. Because it says the state versus, no, don't put the state versus my name. Put the state versus the people, because this is the people you're fighting against. So that's a little sidetrack, but we need to understand the language that these lawyers take and that they speak. Right. They speak in a totally different language, and they'll say one word and it'll throw the whole thing on.
And with that in mind, y'all, get you a Black's Law Dictionary.
Yep, edition 5.
When I first came across one of them things, I was in the joint. That's when I found out it was a whole nother dictionary that described words a whole nother way.
Yeah. And that's the understanding. That's the barrier, because they give us this dictionary, but they over here. I didn't go to school for law. Neither did you. How the hell I know what they supposed to say up here? So do your homework. That's important. To do your homework. Yes.
They got words in there that's English that look French.
Yep. Man, look. The thing is the definition of them words.
Yeah. Man, it's real. Like, yeah, it's deep.
Yes,
it's deep. But okay, so you go through all that, y'all make it there. So when you got to DC, man, you didn't witness the speech and none of that. You went and got you some sleep.
Well, yeah, I got up there when Sandy and them was up on the stage, when they called us up there. I was up there.
Oh, okay.
I was up there. I just didn't step in that to the podium. I stood to the side. I didn't want that. If it was for me or if I was asked, I would have no.
Man, when you start going through this, and like, mind you, I'm only been able to see this through the lens of social media. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? What I see, what everybody else see on the Facebook or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I halfway pay that any attention because I always knew eventually I was going to bump into you and get a chance to have a conversation. So I don't really lean on all that. Yeah. You know what I mean? I pay attention, but halfway. You know how that goes.
Yeah. Don't apply, let it fly. Yeah.
Because it'd be like, man, where they get that from? I wonder where they got that from. Man, I'm gonna ask him when I see him. You know what I mean? Because you hear so much, man. You hear so much, but then you after that, how much time? Let me see. How much time went by before you made the news again?
About 3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
They was quick on their feet.
Man, they working, man. They working. They are working, man. They just don't look.
You feel like Cat Williams yet?
Almost. Shit. Almost. I mean, they getting help though, man.
Yeah.
These people getting help to do this. They getting help to do what they doing to me, man.
Yeah.
And I'll always know and say that I understand what guilt by association means now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big part going forward after the march. Being guilty by association played a major part in the help I received, the support, even legally, it's playing a major part. A major part. A major part. But yeah, they that's basically what that was, because I don't know if you wanted to get into that, Jay.
Go ahead.
I mean, it was publicized. They was arresting my guy for allegations of sexual assault and that shit. And I am my brother's keeper. And plus, I'm going home, shit.
And you know what's funny? What's crazy is all the parts you just said, I've never heard. All I seen was you on the damn live with the people after you.
Nope.
I have no idea how y'all got to that point. All I seen was the after effect.
I wasn't. We were on the phone when they knocked on the door. Me and him was on the phone. Police at the door. What? At the door for what? I'm on my way. That's my address at that time. You know what I mean? They know that. They got my ID. It's my address. I'm on my way. I get there. They're not trying to let me in. It's not like it's barricaded or nothing like that. Excuse me, I live here. Where do you live? I live right here. Well, we're investigating. Okay, well, if I live here, I'm part of this investigation. Talk to me. But long story short, out of the blue, this other cop, he had it out for Frank, and I showed part of that to the public or whatever. He touched me. Like, he tried to grab my hand. I told him, don't you ever put your fucking hands on me, man. I had enough of that shit. And when he did that, the other officers tapped him out. Like, they told him, here, like, go to the side somewhere. Go that way. Move around, And so they put him on car duty, move him all the way around there some goddamn where. After that, Frank comes out, put him in cuffs, whatever. As he's going to the car, I'm walking to the car too. This dude come from around the car, come from behind. My hands are up as I'm walking, and he grabbed me. You got to understand, man, the shit that I just experienced, seeing cops go from plain clothes to cops to plain clothes to Ku Klux Klan clothes and uniform. I don't trust none of these cops. That's why my hands was up. I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know it was a cop because I just walked past 6, 7 other detectives. In their statement, they say I walked up in a boxer stand. You mean to tell me these 7, 8 detectives finna let me walk up on you in a boxer stand with my fist up and attempt to assault you? You mean to tell me you felt threatened for your life and you didn't do nothing? No, motherfucker, you grabbed me and I defended myself. I didn't attempt to do anything else after that. Once the imminent threat was done, as they should do, they should back the fuck up. And that's what happened. You grabbed me. They tapped you out. You was causing a problem at the scene from the start. The man asked me, do me and Frank sleep in the same bed? Are you insisting that we're gay? I thought about playing the role with him. That would have brought the whole LGBTQ community out. Like, y'all want to play the motherfucking games, goddammit, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? But no, he did that to himself. He had it out for me from the start. Y'all share a bed. Y'all sleep in the same room. And then you came out of nowhere to grab me again. Keep in mind, that's the important thing. In the video y'all gonna see, is you see 12 other cops there. And me walking with my hands in the pot, this man got on the stand and lied and said that I ran up on him in a boxer stand. That don't make no sense, brother. So now it's a felony charge, battery to a judge, law enforcement. I'm dealing with that because COVID going on. That's going on for a year. In the midst of that, I'm going to court in Illinois Yeah, I'm going to court in Illinois, and then that's how I end up with Pennsylvania now. I end up getting the bond in Pennsylvania.
So you got cases in Illinois too?
Hell yeah.
Damn, bro.
Hell yeah.
They giving you a full court press.
Trying. Sino strong though.
Yeah.
Sino definitely strong.
And what's Illinois on? What's they beef?
What's
Is that the Illinois? Is that the child support? The child
child abduction,
yeah,
firearm possession, all these frivolous allegations, domestic violence.
Yeah, that's the one I seen, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah. High speed chase.
That threw me off. I'm like, man, what the hell is that? What is going on, man?
I got to post they offer too, because it don't make no sense, man. Let me tell you something. These people play games, but they play games with the wrong one. If I'm alleged to be a felon in possession of a firearm, I mean, that's a, what, 5 to 10 or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, they're alleging that I possess several firearms, okay? Ammunition, all this other shit. They alleging I kidnapped my child. They alleging I beat some woman up. Now, with these allegations, y'all come to me with a year. They say they'll give me 2 years and I do 1 year in their county jail. Does that make sense to you, man? Why would you be so nice to me? Why? I'm not the guy to be nice to. Why would they do that? Does that make sense? You're alleging that I'm this big thing and I did this and did that and I possess this. Why are you... I don't get it. And you keep pushing on and I keep telling you I'm ready for trial. There's a video on the internet. I'm sure people gonna find it now.
This is what I find crazy, right? Or interesting. And it's like you say, people trying to dig up stuff and bring up whatever. But mind you that before the incident with the shooting and all this protest stuff, I've never heard anything negative about you.
You probably won't.
You know what I mean? Like, I've never, like, nobody had a beef with you. You know what I mean? You wasn't on the run.
Nope.
You know what I mean? The police didn't pull up on us and say you a bad guy, you shouldn't be around him. You know what I mean?
I was running a successful small business.
That's how I met you.
Yes.
Down at the Milwaukee Mall with Mike
sir.
Skrill, Happy Hustle.
Yes, sir.
It
Shout
was
out to my
down there.
boy.
You had the van.
Happy hustling. Yes,
Every
sir.
time I seen you, you had a power drill in your hand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was, and that's another thing, man. People don't understand. Like, I worked for a company called Gorman Homes, okay? And they don't get no respect from me by the way that they treated our people. So I was over there. I was doing community work, but it wasn't nothing to televise. And all those people over there would vouch for me any day, the amount of work that I did to help my people. And wasn't nobody else over there. They tried to give me days off because they said I shouldn't be a voice for the people there as far as helping. If they not telling you they toilet leaking, then don't go fix it. I mean, I see it. These people need their toilet fixed. Well, their kids shouldn't do this. What you mean their kids shouldn't do that? So when you talk about work like that, yeah, I was doing it. It wasn't no dollar amount to me. It was doing it for my people. That's what I was on. Anytime my people needed me, I wasn't nobody big or nothing like that, but I was always there. I can do something other people can't. I can use my hands. I do something other people don't. I use my brain.
Right.
So to offer those services, you know what I mean? That's how I do it. And it didn't take no money to do that. I ain't had to ask for no money to do that. I ain't had to do nothing to do that. It's coming straight from me, you know? So yeah, before this, no. I wasn't out here running.
So is it like, do you feel as though, like, since this incident happened and there's so much spotlight on you that it's been like, man, some type of campaign to just slaughter you? Like, how do a guy go from not nobody knowing who he is, so to say, you know what I mean, to the world looking at you like, half and half. You got some that feel like you the monster of the protest. You know what I mean?
First off, so much come with the position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A position, and a lot more come with it when you don't want it. You know what I mean? So when you don't want it and you forced to deal with it, it's like you got to deal with those things too, the lopsided side of it. You got to deal with the fact that people gonna gun for you. And you got to think about what I stand for. I was willing to risk my life for what I stand for. And as far as people know, I still will. I'm still doing it, so what the hell? I'm fighting a system that we know ain't designed to help us. I'm fighting a system that's designed for niggas like me, not men. It's fucking them up because they never thought that they was talking to this person. They thought they was gonna pull a rabbit out of a hat and all these felony cases and he gonna run and he got guns and he gonna do all this. They didn't know they was talking to a man, a grown man. They didn't know what they was putting in me. And this is a product of it right here. And they have to deal with this now. They gotta face this wrath. I'm fine with who I am today. I'm fine with everything I'm going through. I'm fine with it. I know the outcome. They say the training is harder than the fight, right? You got to train and train and train just to get up there for 6 minutes and get your ass knocked out. Or 2 minutes, depending on who you fighting. They train for months and weeks. So I've been training, and they've been trying to break me, but it ain't happening. It ain't happening. They think I'm a run, man. I asked them, what the hell am I running from? The only thing I ever ran from was foster care. That was it. I ain't running from nothing. I might run for mayor, councilman or something.
That's what's up.
I ain't running from nothing, bro. For real.
So yeah, the incident happened, man, and things just from that point on, like you say, 3 weeks later, another arrest, another amount of time, another arrest, another, things just spiraling. You know what I mean? And it's like, at some point, you got out. I seen a post where you had to take some time to reset yourself. You know what I mean? And you can even tell from your Facebook page, like, it's a long time period from no posts and then you just reappear.
Yeah.
What was that process for you? What did you do? What did you have to go do to center yourself and, like you said, get ready and train for this fight?
That's a good question. That's a good question. It started with so much going on around me. I allowed so much to go on around me that I couldn't focus. I couldn't focus on the things that I felt I need to be focusing on. I was sheltering and harboring the hurt and pain. I was keeping it a hold. I was looking for the bottom of that bottle. I wasn't an alcoholic, but I'd use that as a healing mechanism, like mentally and physically. So when I felt like it was bad mentally, I'd drink physically, But I took that time and I got away from everything that I thought was right for me. I got away from everything that I thought was wrong for me. I took some time to myself. I had to find out who did Sino want to be? Like, he know who he is. Who do he want to be in all this situation? What do you want your outcome to be? And I took that time and I did some shadow work. I did a lot of positive meditation with people. And a lot of these people don't even know me or even knew my situation. So it made it easier to be able to talk to them and accept the healing that they was giving me. It made it a lot easier. And then I still had people that I knew that were reaching out, Hey, Sino, ain't heard from you. Ain't this? Yeah, I know. I got to get myself together. And I did that. I came to terms with what I'm going through. I came to terms to the outcome of what I'm going through. And when I did that, I saw the end of the tunnel. I saw the light. I felt like, hey, I've been holding on to this, beating myself up. These whole 2 years, I allowed them to do what they did to me, what they were doing to me. And I had to cut that shit out. I had to cut it out. And when I did that, I see things different now. Even conversations with people, I see different. I see the look in people's eyes different. I don't see like it's been lifted. I hear different conversations now. I'm even reaching out to people that I felt like I went through the block list. Like, damn, I blocked these people. Only thing I can remember, though, is maybe what made me block them. But then I take a step back again, and I remember, like, damn, this person was probably there to help me, but at that time, I couldn't see that. Yeah. I saw something else in them. And then I look at some of the names and be like, look at me now, bitches. They counted me out, bro. I can't get over that. My homegirl said, smear that shit. You get on that radio, talk about that shit. Yeah. All these motherfuckers, I got locked up in Illinois, calling me a woman beater, a child kidnapper, dumbass. I'm going to look for Frank with guns. Fuck you.
Yeah, that didn't make no sense.
I made it through all this shit. They told me I wasn't going to get out of jail in motherfucking Pennsylvania. They gave me a $350 ransom. Smear that shit. I'm out. They tried to do it again here. They put a bracelet on my leg. Did nobody reach out to try to help me? Ain't no motherfucker post no Cash App and say, hey, help Sino. Ain't no motherfucker come down there. None of that. They ain't reach out to my kids and ask if my kids was okay. I was locked up during Christmas. I don't celebrate it. Ain't a motherfucking soul reached out and seen that my kids was okay. Not a soul. You understand? And I'm supposed to be sympathetic to people's feelings, though. And the same motherfuckers that's talking about me and badmouthing me, waiting for me to do something and gathering evidence, is the same motherfuckers that was supposed to be there for me. Not breaking your neck, not doing shit you ain't got no business doing. Not vouching for me. If you felt I'm wrong, go ahead. Sino might be wrong. Well, let me tell you something. I know Sino this much, and this is what I'm going to do to help Sino. We'll deal with that later. People didn't do the same thing the state doing. They didn't do their due diligence. So when things happen, it's automatically this. Well, I don't give a fuck. I don't care, though. I don't care, bro. Right. It didn't get me nowhere caring about that.
Oh, no doubt. It's just fucked up that our people is that way. Like, we have something going on, man. We'll be behind somebody, and then somebody will throw a smear out there.
Yeah.
And we gone.
It's even sadder, man, because it's our people.
Yeah.
Why you always get on the radio and people want to knock our people? Well, our people ain't doing it. That's not knocking. I'm telling the truth. I got help from the oddest sources in the fucking world, man. And it's sad that my people ain't there for me how they should be. Well, see, no, you're not telling us how to be there for you. Slow down. Let me figure it out. People weren't giving me a chance to figure out their position in my life. So I found a position for them out of my life. And look where I'm at. If I had listened to all the shit people was telling me to do, I wouldn't be here right now. And I always had to help people understand when I say I did it on my own. I had help, but I did it on my own.
Right. How did you fight back the peer pressure? Like you said, everybody got their idea of what you should do and how you should do it. You know what I mean? And it opposed your idea of what you should do and how you should do it.
Well,
so how did you know what I mean? How you stay Sino strong and like, yeah, I hear y'all, but hold on, I got this.
Well, the thing is I was hearing too many people. I can read very well, and not just a book. Like, I can read a person, and seeing those things, I had to make a decision at those times. I couldn't afford to allow people to hurt me, especially how I seen. Like, I wasn't looking at going to court tomorrow. I'm looking at, I'm going to be, this court, they're going to get continued. What am I going to do for the next court date? I wasn't looking at things for the moment like people was. People wanted to do fundraisers and do this stuff. I understood that partially because my name was hot. It was the time to do it. I didn't want to focus on that. I didn't want to win and defeat these people based off those terms. I wanted to defeat them because they're wrong in what they're doing. They've been wrong in what they're doing. And my people should have got behind me. I'm alive to talk about it. Help me with the fundraisers. Do what we got to do. Do this stuff so we can, this is a case we can talk about and prove. I've always compared my case to the young man, Ahmaud Arbery. Same thing. I felt people should have got behind me like that. It's the same thing. But they allowed these people to overshadow it with the shit that they're doing.
Do you feel like we only get behind the dead? You feel like had that bullet you took to the face and upper body killed you, you'll have a whole lot more support?
Yeah, because it would have been their story against mine. It would have been their pockets being lined. I would have had so many friends and so many people trying to do things for me then. Yeah. And it's not just, that's the majority of it, the fact that they support the dead. The other part is, it's a fight for who get to talk about, who get to stand in front, who get to be the big man. A lot of these quote-unquote activists aren't coming to me because they know I stand strong, okay? They know I stand strong on my own. So I'm coming to these. I've came to people. I've came to these that, hey, man, look, take this. Can we do this or like this? I ain't asked for no money. I ain't asked for none of that. Hey, look, hell no, we ain't finna fuck with Sino. That nigga too, I don't know. They mistake my confidence for arrogance. I don't know. I ain't no sucker, though. You ain't finna do this and base this. Here, if you want the fame, go take that. But don't forget why we here. You can have all that shit. So that plays a major part in it right there. You know what I'm saying? And then you get somebody with 100,000 followers and me with 2,000 followers or whatever that shit is, and I try to go to them. Oh, you want to use my platform? Okay. First off, you better be happy I'm using it and not abusing it. Okay. I come to you because ain't this what you got the platform for? Or you just want to sit up here and toot your chest up in your little pretty glasses? You know what I'm saying? Ain't that what it's for? It's for that. Look at my case. What's up, y'all? Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. I had to do a lot of that. I had to do a lot of swallowing my pride. I had to do a lot of soul searching in myself to be able to reach out to these people. And I print that shit out. These people not paying me no motherfucking mind. One, guilty by association. Two is they think they can't take the lead. I want them to take the lead. Just don't go speaking for me and you ain't spoke to me. You know what I mean?
So you can very much speak for yourself.
Yeah. And that's a problem with people. Again, they mistake my confidence for arrogance. So when I talk with authority. I talk with power. That's how I was taught. I was trained by a Marine. You talk with authority, power. You don't go in nowhere saying that you wrong. Hell no. So yeah, that the support thing, that's been the hardest part for me.
Here you go. They trying to paint this picture of you. And you got the core values of a Marine.
Yeah.
America's heroes.
Yeah, I was trained by America's heroes. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like, mentally, a Marine, ain't nothing physical about a Marine. Because if you can't do it mentally, how the hell you going to do it physically? You can't. Those two things go together. And that's one thing he taught me. You stand mind strong in everything that you do.
So where we at in this fight? Where we at? What's the next court date? What's the next step?
We in court tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
We in court tomorrow in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, man. They playing a little mind game. They did it. I ain't talk too much about it at first because they seemed to tone their ass down when people got involved. And I don't know if people understand the power of the people, bro. When the people get behind things, they take notice. It don't take 1 million. It could be 1,000 people. Especially they'll take notice to what's wrong. So in this Milwaukee case, they put that bracelet on me, charged me $10,000 to get out of jail. They said they willing to make the case disappear. They willing for me to cop out, take the felony. They'll let it go. You get off the bracelet, you ain't got to be on the. So you using the bracelet as a consequence. You know what? You see that little cop out plea?
One bracelet for a label.
Yeah,
huh?
there you go. There you go. Not only does it do that, so they're in contact with Pennsylvania and the rest of these states, right? Mm-hmm. So you know what that'll do? That's a felony. So when she goes to court or go to trial, she's gonna say, yeah, he has multiple felonies. He has no respect for the law. He's fighting police officers. So it ain't just me copping out and getting off this bracelet. It's bigger than that. You understand what I'm saying? It's big. No, y'all got to go to trial. I want y'all to go to trial and show that what this cop did. I want these trials. You understand me? I want these trials. I don't think you should take the stand. That's exactly why I'm doing it. I will humble myself enough to take the stand. And the thing about it is, all it takes is for me to tell the truth. I ain't got to fabricate shit. Me telling the truth gonna fuck them up. Literally telling the truth. Some say you may incriminate yourself. The truth, though. Ain't that what we stand for? The truth. But anyway, yeah, here. I got a civil rights lawyer here in Wisconsin that I'm talking to because they attempted to violate my rights, my unalienable rights. They violated me for going to church. I got custody of my son, right? They violated me for taking my son to school. They told me I can't get no job. The people ain't supporting me like that. What am I supposed to do? You violated me for going to church.
Where are these rules coming from?
Wisconsin's Justice Point. Yeah.
Justice Point.
Yeah.
You can't go to church.
Can't take my son.
You can't go to work.
I got to call them 48 hours in advance before I go to the hospital.
Was it cool for you to come here? They gonna trip.
That's what they're going to have to do.
Yeah.
They're going to have to do that.
Wow.
Because, and it ain't that. Let me tell you what they also did. They stopped violating me on record. So they're not even putting it on CCAP no more because they know. I went and got it printed out. So I took it to the civil lawyer. He said, keep living your life, young man. If they want to continue to violate you and do this, then they're going to have to deal with what they got to deal with. So at this point, I live my life. I'm not out here doing nothing. They can still see where I'm going. It's on my leg. It make them look like a fool when they go in that courtroom. Well, yeah, he stopped. He traveled from Pennsylvania to Wisconsin and stopped on the side of the road twice to get gas. He ain't got permission to do that. That's 14-hour drive. They think I'm not supposed to stop. I can't. And I got a son. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. You got to get permission to gas up and pee?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have to have a receipt from the gas station. Even if I don't go in there and get no gas, I got to buy something to show why I was at that gas station. It's so many brothers sitting in that jail right now that can be using this bracelet, brother. That could be used in the service of Justice Point.
Wow.
And this is what they do. They charged $10,000 for me to get this bracelet and made me stand there 2 more weeks.
Yeah, I've never been one of the dudes they came for, and I always said if they did, I wasn't going with them no damn way. Like,
I ain't asked for them.
Right. Because like everybody I seen that they was coming to help, they was a problem. It's like
they not there to help. They not doing. They don't offer me no service to help. Only time they offer me something is when there's bracelets be. If you look at their motto and what they're supposed to be doing, they're a service. They're supposed to be pre-trial services. They don't do none of that. They think it's to lock you up. That's it. I need help. You see the shit I'm going through? I got a child. I need help. Help me. They don't try to hear none of that. Hey, you didn't call us. You damn right I'm not calling. I got so much shit going on. Who the fuck am I going to call?
Tell them you won't let me work. I couldn't pay my phone bill, so I couldn't call you.
Exactly. That's exactly why I can't make it to court. I ain't got no money to make it to court. Who gonna cover that? They say, well, you put yourself in this situation. Well, good. Let me out of it then. If I put myself in it, be fair. That's the whole thing. They're not being fair about the situation. They claim I have a victim. Who's the victim? The police officer? Wow. So, yeah, I go to court with them tomorrow. It's pre-trial. More or less, they playing a goofy game. They don't want to take it to trial. It's gonna be dismissed. They can't. Listen, ain't no fear in my heart for these people. See, no, you stupid. You can just have it dismissed and not do jail time. I'll be stupid then. I ain't taking no plea, bro. We keep falling victim to this fucking system, man. And I'm not. I'm not.
You sound to me like a man that's fed up.
Man.
And I can recognize that because my last legal situation, man, I had one of them revelations myself that it was like, you know what? Fuck yo, please. Fuck what you talking about. Y'all either gonna let me go or give me life. Let's fight.
Yeah.
And they played, they played the game all the way up until it was time to step in the ring. Then they said dismissed or whatever. But I was fed up, man. Yeah. And I had got fed up because, you ever been in trouble, right? And this, well, of course you have been in trouble. Like, no, hear me. Wait a minute. Let me. You got to hear the last half of it. You'll understand why it's funny. Yeah. You ever been in trouble and this time you didn't do nothing. Like, I really did. I'm not just saying it wasn't me. Yeah. It really, really wasn't me.
Yeah.
That's the situation I was in. When they came for me, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Yeah.
The situation was so old, I had to go back to Facebook, look at my history to see what I was doing that day. That's how I knew it wasn't me.
You went to Facebook and knew where you was at and what you was doing.
Yes. Because it tell you on this day, this time, you committed this act.
So I know it.
So I went to Facebook for that day, that time, and I was committing a whole nother act.
Not that one, Not that one. See, I'm guilty of something, but not that. Yeah.
I was with Gilbert Brown and Little League and a bunch of Little League football teams at North Division High School the day they trying to say I was serving an undercover.
If you don't mind me asking, what the outcome of that?
You got dismissed.
All the way at the end when they tried to, same
But they
thing.
went through the whole thing. It was a crew of us they was after, man. And they went through the whole thing of trying to,
he said this and just do that for him and then you gone and, of course.
And they went through that, then they went to that, well, you ain't even who we really want.
Speaking of that, man, a little off subject, man, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'll just say that I got discoveries.
Yeah.
And it hurt, bro.
Don't it? Ooh, when you get that paperwork and see what it is.
It hurt because before I had the paperwork, it was still communications, Mm-hmm. Like until I got the paperwork.
Hey, because they be having to stay in touch with you to find out how much you know. But
you
once
know
they
it.
find out you know.
Yeah. I got people working against me, man, that helped me.
Ain't that so?
They helped me. And that was the reason why I was always real fishy about letting people help me. You got people will tell you I turned them down.
And
like,
then,
I offered him money and he just said no. I offered him this and he said no.
You don't know what it come with.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then people wonder why we have a so-called mental health issue or whatever. Man, because all this old shiesty conniving shit will drive a motherfucker crazy.
Yeah. And before I let it drive me that crazy, because that's some of you would want to cause harm to something or somebody for shit like that, you know?
And what make it even more crazy is that you start to experience this after you leave the streets. Yeah. You know what I mean? You like, hold on, man, this would have fitted over there.
Yep.
What the fuck is y'all on?
Yep. I mean, an old saying, what they say, it ain't on me, it's in me.
Mm-hmm.
And when you trying to change in yourself is when that hits you the hardest.
Right.
Just like I told, man, y'all ain't tell me this was part of healing. Y'all ain't tell me healing was gonna be this hard. And that was a part of. And when I say I'm from the streets, that don't mean I was in the streets.
Right.
From the streets. So imagine being from the streets and the things you experience. Because people in the
still trying to heal from that.
Yeah. Like people in the streets, that's different from them. Them the Glock toters and all that shit. I'm from the streets. Like I was born in the hallway. People don't know that. I've been in foster care. I'm back and forth running away. Auntie, uncle, they don't know that. That's what I'm from the streets mean. Not mean I'm out here selling dope and doing all that shit. It's the misconception. The language barrier. I always go back to it. The language barrier. And until we understand that, bro.
Man, well, y'all been hearing it, man, straight from the horse's mouth, but we ain't done yet. But it is that time, almost, to get to the munchie mixes, man. So we gonna get the munchie mixes started off at the top of the hour. Pitch Control DJs on downtown, Vince Brown, and, of course, DJ Green Eyes, man, at 12:30. So y'all keep it locked, man. We gonna have more from C-No. Matter of fact, while the munchie mix going on, man, y'all can check us out over at the Morning Shift MKE Facebook page. I think we're gonna keep the interview going, man. We gonna keep going live over there while the munchie mix is on. So y'all go over there and tune in, man. It's gonna be a little bit different setting. We're gonna get a little bit more comfortable.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
But y'all keep it locked, man. HiddenHardRadio.com. The morning shift MKE, man. Sayer, C-No. Man, hey. Let the people know how to reach out to you right quick before we go.
The people must not know that I don't like being reached out to. No. I'm just melting. I appreciate y'all, man. Much love. I'm on Facebook at all times. I believe I made my number public. If I didn't reach out, I'll make it public. I ain't like that. I ain't hard to reach. Love and peace, y'all. I appreciate it.
This is HiddenHardRadio.com. The next.
Vince Brown.
Pitch Control.